Round number 3 of PSGL here today. Welcome back, guys, to another league racing video, and this one is a big one. My, I think, first ever league race at Monaco, and we are here for a massive race in PSGL, a race in which I wasn't able to practice much for, but then again, in my opinion, Monaco doesn't require a lot of practice. Now, first of all, if you haven't seen the last episode, I'll leave a link up in the top right. Go check it out. The British Grand Prix at Silverstone. There's a lot of context and spoilers coming up. But yeah, overall, I'm excited. Leave a like if you're going to enjoy this one. It's going to be chaos. Subscribe for more. And let's get into the driver standings before this qualifying. So, let's have a little look. Now, as you can see, the table speaks for itself. Right now, we are P4 in the driver standings. We had a pretty average Portuguese Grand Prix season opener. But last time out, we got a podium in Silverstone. So right now, we're looking pretty decent. We just got to try and do the best we can around here, given the circumstances of Monaco. Now, I mentioned before, qualifying and practice wasn't that important. And the reason for that is because 39 laps is a long way to survive, without getting a time penalty or even getting the slightest bit of wing damage on simulation. So it's going to be a race of survival. How did you sandbag for your one?
I just sort of didn't push massively, but you're good. You're not going to be quick on that few runs, so you can just push.
Now, with that in mind, qualifying for us is a bit of a throwaway. We want to start the race on medium, as that is the stronger strategy. And the plan here is to do a medium soft in the race. And for qualifying, all we're doing really is doing a bit of a sandbag run on the soft tyre, where we're using very little ERS and also a bit more fuel than usual, just to kind of give us a reference time to aim for on the mediums on our eventual final run. I'll shave off half a second.
Yeah, I wouldn't go much quicker than that.
No. Now, we prepare the last run by setting a 1 minute 9.2. I believe the fastest lap so far is a 1 minute 8.4 on softs. And now we're going to strap the mediums on. And this was my best lap with 3 minutes to go. We've still got time for a second lap if necessary. But let's go then for a full lap of Monaco. Down to turn 1, Saint Devot, 4th gear. Didn't quite get enough inside curb through there, but still we've gained a bit of time compared to my soft run. Up the hill into Massenet, turn number 4. Keeping it nice and tight, picking up a late apex to open up Casino. Didn't quite get all the apex, but again, we'll take it as we're a tenth and a half up in the first sector. Mirabeau, very nicely done there, keeping the car nice and tight, then into the Lowe's hairpin. First gear, easy on traction through here, very easy to lose the car on the medium if you're too aggressive with the traction. Then Portier, crucial corner to set up the exit to carry as much speed as possible along this back straight through the tunnel and into the Nouvelle chicane. Brake at the 100, down to 3rd gear, flick it left, flick it right, absolutely perfect there over the curbs, and then try to traction up as we send it into the back, the best corner on the track, having a slight correction there on corner entry to make sure we don't hit the wall, and then a bit of a wobble through the swimming pool, but we make sure to keep it out the barriers. And now into La Rascasse, 1st gear corner, and then quickly up to 3rd, and then the final corner, getting nice clean drive. And we are going to improve on our soft run on the mediums and set a 1 minute 9.1, which wasn't too bad. Definitely more time in it for sure. And you'll see it here, I actually went off for a cool down lap, and then I went for another attempt. And on this final attempt, you can see here, we were up in the first sector. I lost half a tenth through this little sequence. So not ideal, but we managed to find it. And then going into the tunnel, we're actually up by the smallest of margins. Into the Nouvelle chicane, again braking as late as possible, flicking the car left and right. We actually do a good job there of getting a nice bit of momentum. Exit not so great, and now into to back and the swimming pool complex, finding loads of time as we really commit through here. But I hit the wall and unfortunately invalidate as we bounce off the wall. So yeah, unfortunately that runs over. Ideally, I think a very high 1.8.9 would have been possible, because we were half a tenth down on that last lap. We ended up being half a tenth up by the swimming pool, which is already a full 1/10 of a second. And then I still think there's a bit more time through sector 3 as well. So I do believe we could have probably got P10 behind Sam McBride and Duncan Hoffland, but not much more than that. I think maybe a perfect lap would have given us P9 at best. Either way, Jack West and Ruben Pedreño were the best on the mediums, and they were very, very fast with those lap times. On pole, though, Thomas Ronhar, P1 in the McLaren. He's got a 5-second time penalty heading into the race for a crash with Joost Noordijk in Silverstone in the last round. And Simon Perigny, P2 on the front row, Luke Smith in P3. So there's it off for qualifying. we're going to start the mediums from P13. Sam called my teammate from P14, and we're going to see if we can make a strategy work here in Monaco. Now we jump into the race, and first of all, the strategy. So for this one, in principle, medium soft is what we're going to do. There is the plan B option of a medium hard. It depends on how the race goes. Maybe there's a safety car or something, you know, via circumstance requires us to go for the hard tyre. But ideally, the medium soft is what you want. It's the faster strategy. The medium is the much better race tyre because the softs go off straight away. So here we go then. Getting ready for Monaco. 5 lights and away we go. It's another great start from us as we launch off the line and get Will Lewis straight away into turn 1 up the inside of Via Camper as well. Almost making up 2 places there, but we get a bit of wheel spin on the exit, but still 1 place gained up into P12. Now up the hill into Massenet. Got to be very careful here as everyone's going very, very slowly and checking up on the brakes. You can see here we're trying to not lose our front wing. Down into Mirabel, we're going to have a look up the inside of Via Camper. We get squeezed into the wall, and we're going to be on the outside line here into the Lowe's hairpin. We're going to try and make it work. Bit of a contact there, so I can hear a car smashing against the wall. Via Camper now is ghosted, so we've got a chance to make this move here, but I wasn't quite able to find the grip to get ahead of him for now.
Great start.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Now there's the update. Luckily no damage in the opening sequence, just making sure that, you know, we had a car that was at full health, that we could compete and push on and not have to box. Unlike my teammate, unfortunately Sam Corby got damage into Casino Square, so he's going to have to pit and take a fresh set and a front wing change, and hopefully he can fight back into the race. It's a long race, and you know, 39 laps is a long way for people to survive without getting damage here, so hopefully Sam can turn it around. We're going to continue on though. P12, end of lap 1 onto lap 2. Now we're putting some pressure on VA Camper here straight away. I feel like I had good pace and I wanted to try and make a move. You can see here we're really close through the tunnel, and you've got to be very, very smart when to use your ERS. I thought about having a little look into here, but I wasn't quite able to. Instead, we actually get a warning for track limits, and you're going to see a bit of that because when you're close to other cars, it's very hard to see the corner and the apex, and sometimes you can, you know, pick up an unnecessary or, you know, a bit of a pointless warning for track limits. Get a penalty this race. You can hear me say there, we've got a second warning. I'm going to get a penalty this race. I already knew at the time. There's no way I'm not going to do that mistake, you know, once more in the next 36 laps as we hit the wall.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I'm a lucky boy. Clip the wall, but no damage. Now we got away one there. We brushed the wall on the exit of the swimming pool chicane. Luckily, no damage in the car. And also, we had the first cars in the pits already getting off the soft tyres, and Ron Haar's in this lap. So we're up to P8 now and making our way to the points. Now those guys are going to go a long way on their tyres to the end of the race to make them, you know, last and also stay competitive in terms of pace. This is why the alt strat is quite powerful. But yeah, on to lap 5 now, closing in. Who the fuck? Oh my god! Just got a friend request, gave me a screen freeze. Now that wasn't ideal. Getting a friend request into La Rascas, it gave me a massive screen freeze. Luckily, no damage, nothing came from that, but that could have been absolutely catastrophic. On to lap 7 though. Into the Nouvelle chicane once more here. Oh shit. Right.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Now that is just not ideal. 3-second time penalty after just 7 laps, and all 3 warnings at the exact same corner. So we're going to have to try something now, because we need to try and find a way around this penalty. Oh, there we go.
Green flag.
Oh, I just had another request, I swear to God. Now we get another screen freeze from another friend request as Will Lewis retires. He hit the wall at Nouvelle, and that DNF has caused a separation in the DRS train. So Andrew Tarabukin is no longer within our DRS and is now dropping back. You can see the gap is 2.5 seconds here as we start to pull away, which is massive for us because the leaders are going to have to go through those guys behind as Luke Smith pits.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
To be fair, like, is it worth undercutting very early? Like, if I could pick like lap 27 or something for softs, do like 12-13 laps on softs, if it means I get track position. Now this was the crucial point of the race where I was starting to consider strategy change, and also my engineer Luke Humphreys, the WOR coordinator, we was talking about it, and starting to consider our options moving forward, as now the leaders are behind me on track here, as you can see.
Idea time could be going to hards when they get up to you. So
I was just thinking about that, something different.
yeah.
Now, that was another idea. You know, we mentioned the hard tyre on the race strategy intro screen, and the circumstance here is that we have a penalty and we have to try it and get around it. So I can go
Yeah.
one more lap, Luke, or shall I just go now?
I'd pit because of Tarabukin's pace.
Understood, stopping this lap.
And I think
Now, Andre Tarabukin, who was behind me, has pit. It was in the last lap, so we're going to come in probably to cover him off and be safe, and also not get pressured by the leaders on fresh mediums behind is Simon Perigny and Thomas Ronhaar. So here we go then, onto the hards.
yeah, I think now that Prigney and Ronhaar will be on the back
Go
of
now.
these two,
Yep.
you know, they're going to be looking behind and stuff. So
Tarabukin's nowhere near me.
That was our last stop. No more
He was
scheduled
shut
pit
down,
stops.
So Tarabukin in the end was nowhere near. We could have probably set up one more lap, but still better safe than sorry. As we get the hard tyres on, I went and tried to get on the pace. The hards weren't great though the first couple of laps. The grip really wasn't there. And you can see here Sam McBride, who was ahead of me, is responding to my undercuts. He's going to pit as well for a set of hards, and he's going to cover me off. So didn't quite get him. Between myself and McBride was Via Camper before. So we're going to push on here and follow Sam on this lap and see if we can use him and his DRS to try and undercut some other cars around us. Heading into the end now of lap 17, you can see we have a bit of movement through the swimming pool, but still into La Rascas at the final corner.
Like flies.
And yeah, we've got Ruben Pedreño in the pit lane, another car, and a few others as well. We're going to see if the undercuts work.
Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again.
And look at that, we are ahead of Via Camper. So the undercut has worked out beautifully. We've cleared one of the cars that were ahead of us. And there's still more cars to pit as we go on to lap 18 now. I'm struggling on these tyres so much. As you can hear me say, I'm struggling on these tyres, and it took a while to fire them up, to be honest with you, at this stage of the race.
Caution. Caution. No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Hey, Shanaka, cheers, mate. Appreciate the raid, buddy. And just like that, we get another car. Duncan Hoffland, another undercut. As Duncan stayed out, it backfired, and we've got him as well. And he's ahead of us in the championship, so that's a big move for us, as we've got a raid from Shanaka Clay. There's Joost Noordijk, who's pulled over, I think, due to damage. So he's going to be out of contention for this race, and he's also ahead of us in the championship. So a very, very good sequence here in this race as the undercut works out. We still have that 3-second time penalty, but we've gained position. Good job as a team. Jack's fucking dragging Sam away. Now you can hear me say Jack West is dragging Sam McBride away from me, and I can't get into DRS range.
you're third on the hards now.
As Luke says, I'm third of the hard runners, so we're looking pretty decent right now. I need to try and get back within a second though of Sam if I can, and then start to plot my next move in this race, because I feel like I've got good pace. It's been 17, 18, 19 laps now at this stage, and I've got the rhythm and I've got the car locked down, so I feel pretty comfortable. Now it's about pushing and trying to see if I can find some more pace. So yeah, lap 19 now to lap 20. Jack West pulls over. Oh, Jack's got damage, I think.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Probably going to be damaged. So yeah, Jack West pulls over. That's going to stop Sam getting DRS. Yeah, we've got a fucking points to score here, mate. And you can hear me now say we've got points to score as we get another raid on Twitch from Josh Idaru. So a couple of raids from F1 Esports drivers. Thank you very much for both of those for the stream. But yeah, back onto the action then. Lap 23. We've got ourselves into DRS range of Sam McBride now. Back in DRS. You can hear me say quite happy with that one as we crack out the old Sue. Making our way onto lap 24 now though. We're going to also pull away from Duncan Hoffland to the point where we drop him out of our DRS range. And now we turn our attention to Norbert Jacob, who is in P5. He's on the mediums, I think, since lap 1 and struggling with tyre wear. And at this stage, we're all a lot quicker. The hard tyre doesn't go off. There's absolutely no tyre wear.
Manolo in the wall.
As Luke says, Manolo in the wall, and he's ahead of us as well. So you can see him here struggling as he gets out of the way. Thankfully, we can go around the outside. So yeah, we're going to gain another place, and also him getting out of the way actually cost Duncan Hoffland a bit of time as well. So that's going to help us out a little bit and gain us a bit of time. But it's not going to be much because Norbert Jacob is very, very slow. We're all going to bunch up here. And this is kind of the critical stage of the race. 10 laps to go. I've got a 3-second time penalty, but if I could clear Sam and Norbert Jacob, we could potentially drop the 3-second gap and secure P4. Of course, the hard bit is making the overtakes, but that's the plan at this stage.
Behind there's a full battery.
Duncan?
Yeah, full battery.
No. Now Luke let me know Duncan's got a full charge of ERS and he's trying to use it on me. Luckily I had some of my own. I basically spent the last 3 laps pressuring Sam into making a move onto Norbert Jakob, which wasn't happening. And then I spent the last 2 laps or so saving ERS to get ready for another attempt. Lap 32 now though.
Yellow flag.
And we've got a yellow flag, some kind of incident up ahead I think.
It says AI on Luke Smith's stream, so be careful with it.
So just given the warning there by Luke that this is an AI, so we've got to be careful. Here's Manolo again.
Okay, clear.
But yeah, we're going to push on. You can see I'm really close to Sam McBride here, and the whole pack's bunching up, but I need to start looking at this move. And now through the swimming pool, we'll try to have a little look into La Rascas, but not quite. I'm going to fucking launch one up the inside of La Rascas if we leave that door open. I'm trying to force him a little bit into making this move.
Yeah, it needs to move on.
Now, Sam's been leaving the door wide open at Rascas for many laps, and that does seem to be a possible opportunity for me to overtake. Norbert Jakob's getting great exits onto the pit straight, but look at this. Now, Sam gets out of shape here through the swimming pool, and this time, I'm going to send one up the inside, keeping it clean, leaving the space at all times, but I'm taking this opportunity. Side by side for the final corner, we actually lock wheels and tyres, and it actually benefits me because I got a slow exit, but that's going to bring me up to speed. And now into turn 1, we're going to take the inside line and make the move. And the good thing is, I know I've got the battery to stay ahead up the hill. Right, is that done?
Nice. Come on.
And now we've got 5 laps here to pass Norbert Jakob and build a 3-second gap, and we can secure P4. I reckon if I can clear Norbert,
Yeah.
I can clear 3
Get the gap.
seconds. This is my golden ticket now. I need to make this move ASAP. Keep me posted on his Barry.
Yeah. Unlucky Sam.
I wonder if Sam got damage.
Yeah, Sam's speed 10. Oh, sorry, that's Sam. I don't think so.
Now here we are into the Nouvelle chicane, putting big pressure on Norbert Jakob. He's very, very slow.
Green flag.
And I think another incident behind, yellow flag. Either way, Norbert is off the pace big time here. Look how close we are.
I think we would have actually caught your train.
And we're struggling there as we have a bit of a scruffy swimming pool chicane, but look at the gap to Sam McBride. I think he's got wing damage. Either way, we're very close. Now, Norbert's been doing a good job every lap of getting good exits out the final corner, and I knew he was going to drain his battery here. I know I've got loads of battery of my own, and I know he's going to have nothing left out of turn 1. So this is now my chance, and I'm going to tactically now deploy all my battery up the hill. I know Norbert's got nothing left. Side by side, up into Massenet. It's going to be close, but it's wheel to wheel. It's clean. It's fair racing, leaving plenty of space at all times between the two of us. We take the inside line, though, into Mirabeau, braking super late and making the move there up into P4 on track. Now,
Let's go, Tom. Come on.
we've got 4.5 laps to build a 3-second gap, and you can see here by the end of the race, lap 39, we cleared about 7.2 seconds, which is absolutely nuts, and that's how slow we were driving in that train. But crucially, we've got the moves done, and we're going to finish P4. Well, it's not a podium, but you know what, I'll fucking take it. P14
nice.
P13 to P4. Oh, fucking God.
Yeah. Ron, I'll get 5.
Now there is the final results rundown. So Thomas Ronhart won it on track, but he had a 5-second penalty to carry over from the last race. So Perini is going to win the race. Ronhart will get second. Luke Smith will get third. We finish in P4, even with a 3-second time penalty. 30 seconds off the lead, but that's, you know, just us bleeding time in the train behind Norbert and Sam McBride, which, you know, they were really, really slow. So yeah, overall the race went really, really well. P13 to P4, and just being very smart. We kept it clean on track. You know, we didn't make any crashes, didn't have any incidents in terms of, you know, crashing with the wall or anything like that. Only the one little scrape on the, I believe, the first lap or the start of the race. Bit of a shame about the time penalty. We never got 3 warnings, but still, overall, it was a very, very good tactical and thought-out race, and we made 2 crucial overtakes and also a massive undercut, which really helped us out. So, yeah, shout out to Luke for the hard tire suggestion. You can see further down, my teammate Sam Corby finishes in P10, but with a fastest lap, so that'll bag us an extra point. And those are Sam's first points of the season, so very happy for him. Hopefully, you know, he's been unlucky, and to be fair, that was he got some damage at the race, so he was out of it. But hopefully, in the next few races, he'll come back stronger, and we'll both be further up. As for the standings, we're still P4 as we overtake Duncan Hoffman, but Luke Smith also overtakes us at the same time. Points in all 3 races, and we're not too far off the lead at the moment, as Simon Perini leads the way. In the constructors, we're still P6, but hopefully we can try and push forward over the next few races, but things are looking pretty decent heading into round 4 for the French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard. So yeah, very happy. Car working well, pace good, everything on point, very happy, and we move on to the next one. So hopefully guys enjoyed that race. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more daily F1 content and weekly league racing action. My Twitch will link down below. I stream these races every Thursday night, and Sunday night I stream WOR. And yeah, as always guys, just a massive shout out to the channel members for supporting the content, and finally check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them. But that is it from me here today, and I'll see you all next time.